Hello, welcome to another professional development webinar from the Kemnal Academies Trust. My name is Charlie Gibbons, and we're going to be talking about Google Classroom today. You'll have the option in the comments box to write any questions, and I'll come back to those questions at the end. There was a great webinar yesterday that you can view, covers very much the same stuff. I'm going to try and add a few different things in so that you can watch both of them without any issues. The first big question, of course, is why Google? I mean, I personally like Google because I can log in to a computer at school, at home, and I have access to all of my resources. But then in terms of Classroom, I have access to the students' works in any device that I use. And it's the same for students. They can access any device and access Google from there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make the screen larger so that you can see, and I haven't got to see my face for the whole time. But as I say, I'll come back to the questions at the end. Okay. If you want to view any other webinars that come up in the series, please follow the link below, and you'll be able to see different Google-related activities that you can do for your school. Okay, so I'm going to dive straight in. What we're going to talk about first is the 6 things that I think Google is really good at, especially Google Classroom. First of all, accessible. As I've already mentioned, you can access Google anywhere, anytime, as long as you've got an internet connection and a device, mobile, laptop, iPad, computer. It's excellent for collaboration and communication amongst pupils and staff. It enables staff to give feedback to students, and very easily. We can differentiate in the sense that we can set work specifically for certain students. We can have very easy parental contact without all those laborious phone calls with parents, and we can monitor progress of students and their performance over time. And I've got a little funny comment here. Obviously, they can't lose this homework, so it's very easy to use and to get all the stuff that you need. Okay, so I'm going to start, first of all, some of these things that I'm going to go through are very simple. So the main one will be the feedback option. So I'll start with access first. When you log into Google, you notice in the top corner, I mean, most people use Google for their searches. There's an option in the top right to sign in. And all you need is a Google email address and password. The Google email address will have to be generated by your school in order for you to access school resources and access Classroom. So you can't just make a Google account yourself. But you sign up here, and then you're logged in. And then next to that, once you've logged in, is all of the Google resources that you can find. So you've got your email, Drive for your files, Classroom, which is what we're talking about today, Google's versions of Word and Excel, etc., and various other applications that you can use as well. We're going to be focused on Classroom today. That's how easy it is for students to click on and teachers to click on and access Google Classrooms. Log in, click the dashboard, and you have Classroom access. On a mobile, you just have to download the app for Google Classroom, or you can download Chrome and log in that way. It's very, very straightforward. So that brings us on to the second aspect of Google that I think is really useful, which is communication and collaboration. That's where we're going to start delving into Classroom now. So I have a selection of classrooms here that I've set up. When you enter Google Classroom, it appears blank, just like this. And if you're a teacher, you're going to want to create a class. If you're a student, this is the student account here, you want to join the class, and it's up in the top right corner there. So by clicking the plus sign, create a class, it's as simple as writing the name of your class at the top and pressing create. And you'll create one of these classes with your name on it. If you're a student, then the code for each class is available on the first page. It's here. The student just copies that code into the join class thing here, and you will have, they will join the class. And I'll do that in a second for the student. But this is a TKAT webinar class, so this is a class I've just set up for practice purposes. In terms of collaboration and communication, the stream part of this, and there's 4 parts we're going to go through. The stream part provides you as a teacher the ability to post comments, and it's really useful actually for students if they have it on their mobile phones. They get notifications of the announcements that you make. They can comment on your announcements. They can even make their own posts if you want them to. And if this was a form class, then you've got a really good opportunity for students to interact with each other. You can, by clicking on here, you can add interesting things, maybe links that people can discuss. And if you don't want everyone to have them, then you can just select certain students to have them. So as a communication tool, it's really useful, especially, as I say, for the mobile connectivity and how easily these students can get the notifications. In the settings box up in the top right here, if you don't want students to post and comment, then you have the option to turn that off, and then they can't post or comment. Or you may just want them to comment and you don't want them to make their own posts if it's inappropriate. You can also turn off a lot of the classwork that you set. You can hide those as well, and that cleans up the stream a bit nicer so that the stream's only for communication purposes. When it comes to collaboration, there's a whole host of Google applications that you can use that have sharing facilities that enable people to access them simultaneously. And so students can click on those links that you've set up and work together on different projects. So that's in terms of communication. So the big one I want to go through now is just feedback and setting assignments for students. So we're in the class. This is the teacher version of the class. It's almost identical to the student one. And you want to set assignments. So you're going to go up to the classwork tab up here. Now I've made a few assignments and I've sorted them by topic, because what you can do is you can come back to these assignments another time when you copy a classroom to another year, have access to all your assignments again. So I like to do my topics by my assignments by topic. And students, when you set work, because you'll get when you set work, they will have a to-do list, and you can set a date and time when they want to do it. So I've set some work. So if you want to create an assignment, it's just simple as press create. The easiest thing to just do here is assignment, because you can access multiple things from there. You're going to give your assignment a title. You give your assignment some instructions, and once you've done that, you're going to assign a point score to it, a due date. You may want to set the due date for Friday. I'll just dip into it now, just as I'm on that section. But in terms of differentiation, what you can do is when you set assignments, you can give them to the whole class, or you can set assignments just to specific students. So if you've got work that may be appropriate for a student that needs maybe enlarged writing or whatever the need is, you can set work to a specific student only, and no one else will know that they've got it other than them. Similarly, they won't know what other people have got. So the work is all specific to that person. They don't see other people's work, unless, of course, you make it collaborative. So once you've made your assignment, you're going to add any resources that you want. So maybe you've got pre-made resources that you want to add. You can find them in various things. We want to add a link to a website or a YouTube video or something in your Google Drive that you've got. Another thing you can do is you can just create it from scratch. So I'll just do this now. For example, if I want to create a blank Google document, and I want the assignment to be, I want them to tell me about the structure of diamond. So what is the, maybe not what, explain the structure. And I want to put an answer below. Load up. Slow to them. So there's my worksheet. Again, obviously it can be as detailed as you like. You can have lots of questions on here. You can put pictures in, however you want to do, whatever the assignment is. If it's an essay, maybe you'll just have an essay question. If it's about, you can put links in here to find things. And so once you've created that, I'm going to give it a title. Titles for Google Documents, it's really easy. You can just click up here and it will make the title of the document, whatever the top sentence is up here. Usually. So there's my document. Like it very much. So there's my document that I've done. I can then send this to the students as an assignment. So maybe I will want the students just to view it. That could be an art project. So maybe you've got some instructions for an art project and you want them to upload their own photos as their work. So then in this case, you won't want them to edit this document. If you want them to work collaboratively on it, you may just want them to edit it, and multiple people can edit the same document. Or if it's an essay, for example, you could just send them a copy of it each, and they will each write their own answer on their own version of that document. Once you've assigned all the points, etc., and done the instructions, you can just assign it. You can even schedule the assignment as well, so you don't have to assign it today. You can assign it weeks in advance, and it will just appear when you want it to appear. You can also save it as a draft as well. So maybe you want to edit it later, but you've got a few things you want to add to just get the assignment started. And that's how easy it is just to set an assignment and make an assignment. I'm not going to assign this now. So here's some assignments that I've set previously. So there are other webinars you can watch on how to do some more advanced things, but this is a quiz I've made. So I'm going to click on the quiz and I'm going to view this assignment here. Now these two students have done the assignment, they've handed it in. We'll look at the way that students view things at the end. Now the way I've made this quiz is that I can just import their grades from the quiz automatically because it's a self-marking quiz. So by me clicking import in the top right corner there, import it will automatically detect their scores and add their scores to that to their mark book. And I can then return these scores to the students by clicking return. So they've done their quiz. This could be a quiz, this could be, in this case it's out of 8 marks, but it could be out of 60 marks. You could arrange the Google form to automatically mark it if you watch the webinar on that. You return the assignment and those two students will be notified of their marks they got for that particular quiz. Now that's an example of a self-marking quiz. If you've got something that isn't self-marking, so here for example I have another assignment, and in this case the students have done the assignment but they had their own individual ones to do. So I'm going to go on here and I'm going to click on their assignment, and so this is someone called Marcia's assignment. So I set the question, which was how the atmosphere has changed. Marcia doesn't exist. We've made her up. So the answer to the question isn't detailed. It's just a sentence. But I want to show you some of the functionality of how you can feed back to the students as well. So here's the assignment. They've written their answer. So you can imagine that they would write loads of information here. Maybe they'll add a picture. So as a teacher, I've got each person's assignment. I can highlight the sentence or the sentences. Maybe it's a spelling error. And there's an option that will appear just to the side here. Let's just load it up. Just here. And that enables you to write comments on their work. Should be a bit clearer than this. It's just more enjoying the live streaming. So there we go. So I've highlighted the work, and maybe I might write spelling, for example, and they can go back and they can correct that spelling. I also have the option to add more writing to this, and it will show them the corrections I've made. So the students can view your corrections on their document. And this is exceptional feedback. It's really easy to do for each assignment. You're just going to click, and you can even filter through the different students' assignments. So you haven't got to be going backwards and forwards. You can just choose the next person's assignment and work on the next person's assignment. So once you've looked at it, you can mark it. If you want to give it a mark, you don't have to mark things. They can just be unmarked. You could write a private comment. They've got some nice feedback there. And I'm going to send them that comment, and I'm going to return this assignment to them so they can see what they've got. And that piece of work, they've spent an hour doing it. You're going to go through it, however long it takes you to mark what this piece of work is, the complexity. They've had that work fed back to them now. And as I say, you can just go to the next person here and find the next person. So this person hasn't submitted it. So then if we go here, we will see the work's been handed in, I've marked it, and it's done. It's got the mark just here for the assignment. So that was just a very quick demonstration of 2 examples of work you can set. So a simple quiz that can import and give you your marks automatically, and maybe a piece of work that's got some writing on it. You can also have options to upload pictures that you can feed back on, so you will see in that screen pictures instead of Word documents. Or Google Docs, I should say. Okay. Then, like I said, these topics here stay forever in all your assignments, and every time you make an assignment, you assign it to a specific topic. And you can come back to those another time, you can reset them, you can change them, or they stay in your classroom forever there. Okay, so after feedback, we have got parental contacts. This is a very short section, so we're going to look at the people tab up here now. So this is where it's going to show you which students are in your class. You can assign multiple teachers to a class, you don't have to just have one teacher. Manually add students to the class, or you can give them the class code and they can add it themselves. And what you can do is you can invite a parent's email to this. So you add the parent email to this particular section here, put the email in, to the email address. And what that does is really, really useful, is at the end of every week, the parents get notified of all the assignments that have been set, which ones have been handed in and which ones are missing. So parents get feedback every week on what has and hasn't been done by their students, automatically based on what you've marked and what you haven't marked. So you haven't got to phone parents up to see where the work is. I mean, you may have to do that if there isn't much parental engagement, but conscientious parents will be able to get those and will push their students to get the work done. Really, really useful. So finally, on my list of things that could be good for is the monitoring. So that's where our mark book comes in. So here, again, there's only 2 students in this classroom, so the work isn't not going to get super good averages, but here I will have a list of my students generated. Every assignment that they get will generate a score, and there'll be a class average. Work that's missing will come up as blank, and you can view their work from this tab as well. So if someone that submits something late, for example, you don't have to go through the classwork tab. You can just go to your big mark book and say, right, Mia Savage, I want to view your work for this. And by returning the work and giving a score, it will appear here automatically. So this is a really good way to monitor your students' progress, to see which assignments they fell down on. So, for example, this is a variation quiz. So maybe when you come to the end of the year and you want to look at what particular topics to review, variation might be the one that we're going to look at, and set a different work or teach slightly different. So that is the 6 things I thought were really useful for Google, why it's good. I just wanted to show you as a student what you will see. If I just go back, get the class code for this class, copy that code. So as a student, you're going to log into Google homepage. You're going to find Google Classroom as before. You're going to join the class by putting the code in. It will come up automatically. So now this is the student view of the class. They, just like teachers in fact, have a to-do list. So they can go and look at their to-do list on the side, and it will show them what work they have to do today, tomorrow, the next day. If it's late, this is their little to-do list. So they can just click on the assignment here and work on the assignment on the to-do list each day. So that's where they might find their work. There, they can comment on the stream. They can also see their work by a topic as well, if they want to maybe go back and look at specific topics if they've been set, they want to do some more work again. If you've put particular links in or revision materials, you may want to make these topics become revision for chemistry, and they can go and find work that way. They can also see their classmates. They won't have access to the parent emails of everyone else. That's all part. So as a student, really easy to-do list. What work have I got to do today? You've already preset it up and set the due dates, so that comes up there. Okay, so that was a whistle-stop tour of some of the functionalities of Google Classroom. I'm not sure if there is any, but we'll have a look on comments to see if there is any. No comments. Okay, so that's fine. So if you've found this useful, please like. There's loads more webinars available to access and see, but from my perspective, it's very easy to use. It's very easy to set work, and wherever you are, you can just go log into a computer and all the work is there. Okay, so thank you for watching. Please feel free to subscribe and like if you wish, and tune in for more webinars later today and this week.